Hey Joey, how you doing? This is Terran Cole, and sorry late getting back to you. The holidays and all, it's been kind of hectic, right? But I'm back. Now, the last lesson we did, okay, you were inquiring as to how to get that, slap style, that which is what they call slap today. And you made reference to people like Flea, right? Okay, good reference. All right. So now with that, okay, I'm going to say it's cool to listen to Flea. It's cool to listen to Marcus Miller. It's also cool to listen to Victor Wooten, Lewis Johnson, Stanley Clark, just to name a few people. But if you really want to get a beat on this style of play, right? Okay, you want to go back to the beginning. You want to go back to its genesis, and that would be Larry Graham. He's the father of that particular technique. Now, personally, me, I never called this style slap. I've always called it the Graham style for that reason. All right. So now, with that said, okay, I'm going to give you a very simple exercise. Okay, using octaves. Now, what's an octave? Well, octave just basically means eight. Okay, so we're going to be in the key of E. So if we play this E, okay, I'm going to bring that one octave above. Okay, now how I come to that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I just use the E major scale. But, see, 8. All right, so now the exercise will just involve octaves, just using single strokes. Okay, now when you thumb, okay, which is what they called it before, thump and pop, okay? Think of it like drums. Okay, your thumb being the bass drum. Okay, while your snap finger, whichever one you use, will be like the snare drum. All right? So I'm going to walk through the exercise real quick, right, just to show you what we're going to do. Right, so we're going to use E, C sharp, D, D sharp, and then back to E and repeat the process. So that looks like this. Like I'm going to do it real slow. We slow it down even more. You try it. Right? Okay, now let's try that again with a beat. Excuse me. All right, so that's going to look like this. All right, 2, 3, and. Yeah, you try it. All right, now play until it gets comfortable. All right, until it gets comfortable. Okay, now the importance of playing slow is to get the mechanics, right? Now, although with the right hand, I gave you the bass drum and the snare drum theory. Okay, now my left hand is not only playing notes, but I'm also muting at the same time. So like a lot of times when I hit a note, if I want to stop it, I'll just raise it just a little bit. Okay, my hand is still on the string, I'm just lifting it up from the fret. See? See that? Do the same thing with the pop. See that? Okay, now once it starts to feel comfortable, okay, then what you're going to do is gradually pick the tempo up. So let's try that, okay? We'll pick the tempo up some, all right? And that's going to look like this. 1, 2, slide too, just to stop the note, just so it doesn't always ring. Good. Take your time. Follow that beat. Feel it. Good. Now play till it feels comfortable. Always play till it feels comfortable. Notice how I slid a little bit? Just get slick. Slide into the E. Try to slide again. Do the voice. That's it. Just get comfortable. Okay, now let's keep the beat going for a minute. All right. Now, once again, once it feels comfortable, pick the tempo up. But most importantly, take your time. Okay? Get the coordination, get the rhythm going. All right, let's take that up a little more. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Get that muting down. Good. Very good. Okay. Now notice on a few notes, I'm sliding into the E and I'm starting it again. Okay. Larry Graham, famous for that. Okay. He built this style based on the drum theory and just how he was sliding the notes. Not only made it rhythmic, but also made it musical. Okay. It gave that style a voice. All right. So now just to show you that slide, I'm just, see? I'm still muting it by lifting my finger off the string. Not completely off, but just enough to stop the ring. See? Right? Try it again. Right, see what I'm doing? Right? Okay. Now we're going to pick that up. Okay. And we're going to practice sliding into that first note. Now just do these things gradually. Okay? Take your time. Okay? You get this. All right? So let's do that again. Same tempo. Okay, we start from the top. Okay? And this time I'm going to play the same exercise, but I'm going to slide into certain notes. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Now check this out. Start over. Start them. Now for the moment, I'm just playing this in E. Okay, but you also want to play this in every key. Okay, practice that exercise in every key. Okay, now we're going to do something just a little bit slick with it. Okay, because Graham did this, and a lot of cats still do this. Okay, so I'm going to add another note, right? So this note is going to be G. Okay, but I'm going to vibrate it, which is called vibrato. And all I'm doing with vibrato is I'm playing the note. See what I'm saying? Okay, like a classical vibrato, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going between notes. Right? So let's try that same exercise again. Let's keep with the tempo for a minute. All right? So that looks like this. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Slide. Check it out. Go, come on, slow. Something a little different. Check it out. Very low G. Right? Okay, so just use different variations of that style, but it's all based on what we started with. Okay? All right, so now another one to be able to do. Okay, and as I said, practice this in every key. Okay, so like you're playing in an E, play in an F. Okay, play in every key. You know, in every key. You know what I'm saying? But the idea is to play the idea so that it becomes comfortable, it becomes innate. Okay, so that you're able to do it at the drop of a hat. Okay, let's try that again, but this time I'm going to add another element. Okay, now this falls under the umbrella of double thumping. Okay, now double thumping can be done many ways. Now, one way I'm going to do it is, see, I'm not concerned with what the note is. I'm more concerned with what the effect is. Or this one. See? Doing in between. As always, practice slow. Take your time. Okay, let that become comfortable. Okay, and more so than just listen to what you're doing, feel what it does. All right, let's try that again. All right, let's do that with a beat. That's going to look like this. Okay, and as I said, if you practice it, gradually raise the tempo. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Try it. Alright? Okay. Alright, so these are a few things that we can do just to get you started, and it's very simple enough. But practice it all over the instrument, whether you play 4-string, 5-string, 6-string, doesn't matter. Okay, the idea is to get those octaves going and get it to groove. Alright? So once again, Flea is cool to listen to. I like Flea. Okay? Flea is cool to listen to. Marcus Miller, of course. Who did I say? Victor Wooten, Victor Bailey even, Louis Johnson, Sterling Clark. There are many references you can go to. All right? But mainly, go back to the source, Larry Graham. Okay? He's the one that started it all. All right? So let me pick the tempo up a little bit, and it's all going to look like this now. Let me pick the tempo up. All right? So that's going to look like this. 1, 2, ready. Very good. Okay. Okay, so that's just a little something just to get you started. Okay, and something to work on. All right. So, once again, you're going to practice slow and even. Take your time. Okay. Feel what it does. Now, when it starts to become comfortable, right? Okay. Raise the tempo just a little bit. And most importantly, count. Okay, because the count, that's where the feel lies. All right. And on the next one, I'm going to expand a little more on what can be done with this style. All right. So hopefully this helps. Okay. And, join me again and let me see your progress. All right. I'm anxious to hear that. So this is Terran Cole signing off, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Make music. I'll see you then.